can go get some breakfast.
I know you all love when Sesame makes her little cameos, so here is the queen herself. This little girl had us all fooled because when we first adopted her, she was Little Miss Shy Girl, but now she is Little Miss Sassy Pants. She is not afraid to give us attitude, stomp at us, thump at us whenever she doesn't get what she wants. She's very demanding, as you can see, and she has been destroying our house. But regardless, we love the queen herself, and we love to see her thriving and living her best life. This winter and spring has been more chilly than usual, so we went and picked up a heating dish from Costco, and having this thing has been a game changer because we don't have to run the heat as much throughout the day and night, so we're saving a lot of gas and energy there. And so every morning I will grab the heating dish, put it in the bathroom to warm it up while I get ready for the day. I just got dressed and I'm about to head out for the day, but I wanted to quickly thank Aurate for sponsoring today's video and also show you some of the new pieces that I got because they are so cute. So I was browsing their website recently because Mother's Day is just around the corner and I wanted to pick out something for my mom. I don't have a huge jewelry collection, but in my small and very curated collection, most of my pieces are from Aurate because I love their quality. They use ethically sourced diamonds, they use real and recycled gold. Also, the quality is just amazing at a fair price because they are a direct-to-consumer brand. They come in a cute box, so the packaging is already cute. It's ready for you to gift, so that just makes it so much easier. Some of the pieces that I picked up, this one would have to be my new favorite one. This one is the pearl aura beaded necklace. It has these pearls on it with a gold clasp. This one would have to be my favorite. I think it's so pretty. I'm wearing it with like this pink cardigan today and I think it complements it so well. And to pair with the necklace, I also picked up these earrings right here. These are the pearl and gold bar stud earrings, and these are the perfect studs. I wanted to find some stud earrings that were simple but feminine, and I think this completely checked the boxes. To go with the pearl theme, I also got this simple pearl ring. If you're interested and you want to shop their Mother's Day sale, definitely check them out because they are doing 30% off right now. You can use my code WeylieMama at checkout at auratenewyork.com and that will give you 30% off. There's no minimum spend requirement. Also, if you want to make sure that your order arrives before Mother's Day, you can order before May 10th for expedited shipping. I'm gonna head out now and I hope you enjoyed seeing my little haul.
Hi, Navi.
Your seat.
Where are we?
Navi got so excited and I think she thought we were taking her to the park, but instead, the betrayal, we took her to the vet. So we've been bringing Navi in for acupuncture and laser therapy every 2 weeks, and the good thing about this is that she can be in my lap. I love this about our vet because she does not just take Navi to the back and we don't have any clue what's going on. Instead, she lets us stay in the room and hold her, so she is just a big baby. She is so cuddly on me, and I feel like she acts extra dramatic too, just because I'm around.
What a bachelor loaf is, and I think that just means like a half loaf. Has this been a thing that I've just never heard of?
That is so adorable. Is that a leek or a bok choy?
I think it's bok choy.
Tomatoes on a vine.
Nothing can beat my love for you when I leak your nudes.
All right, we just got home and this feels very serious that I like put the camera on a tripod. I am sure you know by now that Money passed away in March, and I meant to talk about it sooner, but as you can imagine, she's my baby. Like, I've had her since I was 15 years old, and talking about it is like, I'm like on the edge of being emotional, but I'm gonna try to get through this as strong as I can. She was my baby. Like, I've had her ever since I was, did I say 15? I meant to say 12. I've had her since I was 12 years old. So she was with me since I was in middle school, high school, college, moving out, buying my first home, buying my second home. She's just been through it all with me. And so I've been grieving and kind of processing everything. I take comfort now in knowing that she lived a really, really good life. And even up until the end, she was very healthy, you know, as healthy as a senior dog can be. Every time before we go on a major trip or anything like that, I will take the dogs in for a checkup to make sure everyone is in good health before we go on a trip. So right before we went back to the Bay Area in March. And the reason why I went back to the Bay in March was because my grandpa on my dad's side, he turned 100 years old. So we went back to celebrate his birthday and then my grandma's birthday, and I thought we would be back before my birthday. So anyways, everything looked good. The vet was like, I'm really surprised, like she's doing so well. Her blood work, everything came back normal. The main thing that Money was dealing with was just a little bit of arthritis in her back, and she also had an ulcer in her eye, which has healed up a lot. What they said was that the ulcer closed up and she just kind of had like a surface defect. So overall, the ulcer was not really bothering her anymore, and we were just feeling really happy about that. Besides her being her old self and her being more sleepy throughout the day and just needing her rest, she was still very perky in terms of her daily routine. One thing I've learned about senior pets is that when things decline, things can decline very quickly. So while we were back in the Bay Area, there was one day where she woke up and she had diarrhea. And I was like, oh, this is weird. We brought her into the emergency vet right away. And when we brought her in, they said that her white blood cell count was pretty high. So they believe that she has some sort of infection. And so while she was at the hospital, she started eating again on her own, and they were like, hey, she seems to be doing better, so you can take her home and see how she does overnight. And then come Sunday, that's when I knew something was wrong, because she was not bouncing back like her usual self. Deep inside, I knew that this could be the end, and that this, although was very sudden, was something that I've sort of prepared for. And so I kind of had a gut feeling that things weren't looking good. And so we called a hospice vet who came over to our house that afternoon. And after she took a look at her, she basically told me, like, I think she's slowly dying. And so when I heard that, it was hard to hear. The term she used exactly was, she's actively passing away, and that she feels like she is letting us know that she's letting go. So after the vet left, we decided, you know, we'll spend some time with her. And at that point, I didn't want to accept that it was time to put her down. I thought maybe we can have maybe 2 more days. But as the day went on, each hour I can tell she was slowly fading away more and more. I also vlogged that whole trip, but as I was editing that video, honestly, I was having a really hard time. I thought we had maybe like 2 more days. But then something told me that night, I was like, you know, and this is the same thing we did for Michi when we knew that we had to let her go. Wall and I, we sat with Michi, we held her, and we talked to her and just said all of our last words just in case. Something inside of me told me, you know, I should talk to her. Like, even though I think we have 2 more days, let's talk to her. And so Wall and I picked her up, and she was on my chest. And I just talked to her. I just told her everything I felt about her, how much I loved her, and just that everything's okay, and that I'm gonna be okay. And I just thanked her. I thanked her for all the memories, for being there for me when I felt like nobody else was. Money was truly my best friend. Any memory or anything that I think about, I see her in it. She was just a really, really big part of me, and she always will be a really big part of me. And so I told her all of that as she was laying in my arms. As I continued to talk to her, I slowly felt her fading away. The hospice vet came back to our house. We called her to come back because we felt like she couldn't wait any longer. She performed the euthanasia at home. Money passed away in my arms. I was the first person who carried her home when she was just 6 weeks old. And I was the last person to hold her for her to go. She knew we all loved her so much and that she was surrounded by all the love. And my dad said to me, you know, maybe she chose to go while we were all together in the Bay Area because she feels like this is her family. So much of her childhood up until she was around 10, she lived with my parents and she lived with my family. And so it almost felt like she felt relieved that we were back home and that we were with everyone that she grew up with, and she chose to let go at that time. Sorry, I didn't mean to cry so much, but I've been trying to be strong ever since. Well, I've actually been trying since Michi's passing. Dealing with this whole part of life has been a challenge for me and Wa. Anyway, so that kind of catches us up to date. We had her cremated. We picked her up before coming back to LA, and now she's on the altar with Michi. Every day I go and I talk to them on their altar. I just tell them how much I miss them. There are still many nights where I wake up in tears because I would dream of them. It's been hard. It was harder than I've ever could have imagined. But every day I'm working on picking myself up again, picking Wall back up again. We're both trying to pick each other up as best as we can, and we're taking it day by day. Thank you everyone for reaching out, for just sharing your stories of grieving with us. It really means so much to me, and I do apologize for not being as present as I would have hoped that I would be. I'm slowly getting it back together, I promise. Now I want to give you a little update on Navi. So shortly after we came back to LA with Money's ashes and we were settling in, Navi was having really bad allergies, and so I made her an appointment to go to the vet thinking, you know, we're gonna get her allergy shot. It's just gonna be a simple appointment. And unfortunately, the vet had bad news for us. She detected a heart murmur in Navi. And when I heard this news, this was just 2 weeks after Money had just passed away. And it felt like it was just like one thing after another. And so after speaking with our vet, we've just been bringing her in for acupuncture right now. We started her on some heart supplements, and then today we brought her in to see the cardiologist. And the cardiologist confirmed that she does in fact have a heart murmur, and she also has early stages of heart disease. And so, yeah, I am devastated. But thankfully, she did say that we caught it very early, and oftentimes when dogs decline really quickly from a heart murmur or heart disease, is because it was detected too late. And right now, Navi is still in stage 1, so very, very early on. And at this point, she said there's not much that needs to be done. She does not need to be on medications. She can still live her life normally, exercise, have her fun. I'm glad to know that we caught it really early and that we can keep track of it and hopefully do all the right things to prevent it from getting worse quickly. It's inevitable that they age and it's hard to accept, but the best thing you can do is really just cherish every day and do the best that you can to give them a good life and enjoy your time with them. And so that's what we're gonna do. Thank you for giving me and Wall the space and time to heal and grieve, and it just means so much to us, like more than I can put into words. I promise the next clip you see of me, I won't be crying anymore. I'm gonna come back later. Okay. This is so nice. I will never get over the luxury of taking a bath. The temperature is perfect. I went and got a facial today. As you can see, I'm dealing with a lot of acne scarring. I'll put a photo here of my skin just a few months ago. So around December, that's when I started to break out with hormonal cystic acne on my chin. Just gotta love welcoming 30, you know? I just thought I was gonna go into my 30s without acne because I am past my teenage hormonal stage for a long time now. But no, the adult acne is like, oh girl, you thought we were gonna forget about you? I got plagued with my adult cystic acne just a few months ago. But it has gotten a lot better. On my chin, you can see a ton of scarring. Yeah, I'm hoping that with time, these will slowly go away. All right, I'm gonna enjoy being a human soup and I'll see you in a bit.
Ooh, this is a juicy one.
They were sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet and sour. Local.
Mm-hmm.
The entire crew of Canon Space was infected by some sort of...
Navi, is it time for dinner?
She gets super excited over this stuff. The wet food is from a brand called A Pup Above, and we're giving her the porky luau flavor. And then the kibble she's having is carnivore. She's already waiting here for it. We are now in the month of May. Love the month of May because it's Money's birthday. I'm gonna really enjoy this month in celebration of her. The theme for this month is going to be about money. I got new hiking boots, y'all. These are pretty cute, aren't they? And they were on sale. They were 20% off. If you didn't know, my favorite color is yellow. It has always been since I was a kid. There has been times where I steered off and I was not loyal to yellow. Maybe went through a rust orange phase, but I can see clearly now I am back to yellow. Let's try these babies.
It's your first time having low top, huh?
Yeah.
For hiking?
Uh-huh.
It's pretty nice, honestly.
I know. The boots, it's a bit clunky for like a mild hike. Oh, these are comfy. I love them! Very comfortable. I like how they're a lot lighter than boots. Cute.